Here we are, February 26th. Looking to the east, we got some more beautiful colors, lots of clouds, lots of wind, a little bit chilly. That's basically due east. Pan over to this way because you can see how much light we are, and we're about halfway between east and north. You can see how light coming through all those clouds back that way, and that it's actually brighter in that direction than it is to the east. Pretty wild. And we have the moon out up above over on basically to the southwest, not quite west, but southwest. And once again, everybody off chasing Monopoly money. See if I can get this camera set down. Or I can take still pictures at the same time. What are you doing, kitty cat? What are you doing, kitty kitty? Wind's gonna probably try to blow this camera away. Maybe not. Whipping out here again today. It's been like this for 3 days now. This makes the third day, if I'm not mistaken, that we've had unbelievable wind. I'm scared to leave this cell phone sitting here like this, afraid the wind's gonna blow it, but we'll see. Dang, this fucking wind. Got it sitting on a porch rail, and hopefully it'll sit here. I'm scared to leave it sit here and stand up, take pictures, and walk up on, get up on the ladder. I figure that it's gonna drop off of here. Not that it'll probably wouldn't break it, but just don't want it to really fall off. hawk just come right over the top of me and I wasn't ready to catch a picture of it. God dog it. There it is. That should have made it right onto the video, hopefully. He's having a hard time flying up there in this wind too. He or she. Man, that thing just come right around the back of my head, like right up above me here. Tell me I'm not connected with those hawks. You know, I wonder why I use the name Hawk up on Google Plus. Almost every day, hawk's been around this life. And it's also the totem that's tied directly, the red-tailed hawk is tied directly with the sun. We're waiting to come up. That thing made a loop. It was flying. I wish I could have caught it on the video camera of the way it just flew around this big oak tree off to the right that's just out of the view here. That thing turned around. It was like up on its side, like an airplane, up on its side with the wings pointing up and down instead of flying vertically. It was flying horizontally, but the wings he was upright vertical and looped around the back of that tree and did a couple more like flops from one side to the other, completely up on his side, and made a circle right around them trees and come back right down there in front of that big oak tree by the little building where I water the horses at. That was just amazing right there. That makes twice now. I didn't even call on them, and I I thought about them earlier before I even come out, but I hadn't given it an attention or thought to say, come on here and let me get your picture or nothing like that. And there it was, right up over my head. By the time I got over our heads, it started squawking when we heard it just on the camera there squawking. And I tried to catch it with this Fuji camera to take a still picture of it, but shoot, it happened so quick I couldn't find it in the viewfinder and keep an eye on where it was at. Never got to fire the first shot at it with this camera here. It all happened so quick. Wow, look at the colors in those clouds. Wow. Right there behind that tree. Let me see if I can't zoom in and catch these on film. Or on this digital camera, I should say. Beep has got to be turned off on this camera here. What do you want, cat? I hear you. Don't you get up and knock that other camera down. No, don't you get up there and knock it down. Wow, look at the colors over there in those clouds. I gotta try to get this on this camera here on this video. Look at the colors over there, folks. Look at that. Look at what this is. Almost like, again, this is halfway between east and north. Look at the color. Look at the color, would you look? Look at the red, the magentas and stuff up in those clouds there. Come on, camera, focus. Look at that. Have y'all ever seen anything like that? Come on, camera, focus. And that's not even to the east. The east is straight over those mountains, basically, where I always got it set at. Let's back away a little bit. East is more over there. About the right third. Basically right at the peak of those mountains, like the sun's been coming up, right? Basically that's east, dead center right there. That's east. The clouds behind that tree right there just blowing my mind at the color. What color? Look at the colors. Is that not wild, or is that not wild, folks? That is simply amazing. Or as I like to write, amazing. E-Y-E, amazing. Look at the color. I don't know where that hawk flew. Down in those woods. Down there behind that little shed building down there. Which used to be for cows to get in. Grandpa used to have cows. Look at the color. Wow. Cat, you're going to have to wait till I go in. I ain't going to let you in again because you just want to get out as soon as you go in. You're worse than a little kid. Look at the color. I'm not going in yet. You're going to have to wait. I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to wait, is all I know. Well, come over here and rub up under my legs and think it's going to help you. I'm not going in. Not right now. Not no time soon. Probably another 30 minutes at least. Yeah, you can whine all you want. It ain't gonna help. No, it ain't gonna help. You can cry and whine all you want. It ain't gonna help you. I wish you'd stop. Where you going? Up the ladder? You gonna climb the ladder today? I wish you'd look. Look at this cat. Climbing up on Grandpa's trailer. And climbing the ladder. Is that not something else, or is that not something else? Look at, where are you going? You getting up on the roof, are you? Are you on the roof? And how you gonna get down? What are you doing up there? She's a trip now, I'm gonna tell y'all. She is a trip. She just showed up out the blue one day from nowhere. I don't know where she come from, but here's the next thing I know, there she was. Look at the color. Wow. That is simply amazing. Look at that streak going vertical up through there, that pink. Look at that. Now, if that's not something going on up there, I don't know what it is. I think the cat's up on the roof. I don't know where she went. I mean, across the roof somewhere. Yeah, look at that vertical stripe of pink up through those clouds. What in the world do we got going on here today, folks? That's just like a beam coming up from below or coming from above, shooting down through those clouds. That is just too freaking amazing. I've never seen nothing like this. Piggy, what are you doing? Sitting up on the roof on it. Look at the color. That is simply amazing right there today, folks. Never in my life have I seen stuff like this. And the white, the clouds below that, oh my goodness. What I am seeing here right now with these two eyes, I don't think the camera could even pick up. I hope it's somewhat picking it up, because man, this shit is amazing. Boy, you went down that ladder quicker than I could get up and down it. You something else, cat. I wonder what in the world is making that coal do like that up through the clouds. That is freaking wildly amazing. That is too freaking wild. What you doing, kitty? Where you going? You like it up on the roof, do you? Well, watch out. Whoa. That wind down here blew me off this ladder. You better watch out. It'll blow you off that roof. Where you going? Where you going? Hey. Would you knock it off? stop running up and down, acting like a little 2-year-old. Come on up here, Mr. Hawk, Mrs. Hawk. Let me get your picture. I thought you were going to land up in this big oak tree over here, but you didn't. You went around it, down into the woods down there. I'm wondering if the sun ain't already up behind those clouds, because it's got to be after 7 by now. Like big sunrise. Supposed to have been a couple minutes before 7. The only clock I got, or watch, or timekeeper is on the cell phone, which I don't want to stop the video just to check what time it is. Come here, Hawk. Some wild action going on up in those clouds, I'm going to tell you that. Some very wild colors and light and shapes, and wow. Wild, wild, wild. And there goes that beam coming up vertically again. That's got to be the sun, but yet it's over to the left. Like a whole lot compared to the top of that mountain. On top of that mountain is way to the right of where that shine is coming from. How can that be? Yeah, how can the sun move that far to the left in just a couple days like it has? Because that's definitely the sun coming through. But yet we've seen it, y'all witnessed it on this video, directly over to the right of that. Now how can it be coming up over here to the left today? Because generally it's been coming right up straight over the mountain peaks, which are to the right of where it's at today. Now how do you figure? I mean, as the summer, as we get into the year, more into the spring, it does start shifting a little more to the left. Because when we get in the summer, it basically comes up way to the a good portion to the left, more than what it is right now. But to see it move that much left in just a couple days since the last time I was able to video, which I wasn't able to due to all the rain and wind and cloud cover. We haven't had any good days to get out here and do anything since the last day I videoed and took pictures. It might have been yesterday, but I was so beat I didn't get up in time. So I missed yesterday morning, but man, that sun's already way up. All that cloud cover had it blocked. It's up a good portion above the top of those mountains right now. And they definitely got it blocked up with some cloud cover. Just judging on the distance from the mountaintop where it's been coming up to where it's at now, just looking by eyeball now, I know it's a whole lot further than that in reality, but based on where that sun is right now, where it just come up at, in relations to that top of that mountain, that sun is at least a good 100 to 200 yards. Like I said, I know this is just hypothetical, but like looking at it on a straight line from the way a bird would fly here, that's a good couple 100 yards, probably more than that, to the left of where it's been coming up. Probably more like a good, several thousand yards to the left of where it's been coming up every morning for the past, God knows, for a long time now. And how do you explain, just in a matter of a couple days, that it jumps that far over to the left? That doesn't make sense. And there it goes, back to being hidden by all that cloud mess. Well, they sure don't want people seeing this stuff, that's for sure. They sure don't want us seeing all this up there. And something told me today, normally I point this video a little more to the right, and something today said, intuitively said, no, aim it a little more to the left. And I basically got it probably about centered. That's just too freaking wild. I don't get that. How it can go from over the top of those mountains, right over that main peak of the mountain. In basically a week's time, now it's jumped that much to the left. Wild, wild, wild. Anyhow, that stuff's all behind all them, the sun's all behind all that cloud cover, chemtrail, whatever mess they got up in the sky. So it ain't much use in me taking any more video or sitting out here in this cold, I don't think. Get out the way, glove. Yeah, ain't much use in being out here in this mess to see it, just to see nothing but clouds. Then again, you never know. Stuff happens so quick anymore. Look at the color in that sky, though. Now I'm panning over, basically not quite north, but dang, not too far away from the north. That light pole right there is about north. And I'm gonna go slowly back, just so you can see it's not that, now that's still like halfway, not quite east, about halfway to the east, and right there is about due east. And the moon is actually still right there too, just behind those clouds. It actually just got covered up when I turned to think about where the heck the moon, just right there at the top of those clouds, those whiter clouds. There you can see it peeking through in that little hole in that window. Man, they got a mess of clouds today over the top of us. They're just keeping the sky full of clouds. They don't want people to see what's going on above them. Because if the people ever seen it, most of them would be freaked out. Yeah, most of them would freak out and not know how to act or what to do or what to think. Wild, wild, wild stuff up there in the sky is going on, I know that. Now look right there, you got clouds moving, I can see clouds moving, but yet behind those clouds that are moving, there's clouds just sitting just as still as could be right there in that little gap. Talk about freaking wild, that was wild. Now it's covered up, but I ain't seeing things, and I know I'm not seeing things. I just witnessed clouds up behind the main mass of gray cloud cover right there. Clouds just sitting there just as still as could be. But yet all these big, heavy, thick clouds are moving right over the top of the one that was behind, not moving at all. Now why is that one cloud sitting behind that, just sitting still as could be, but yet all the big mass is moving? Don't make sense. Stuff ain't adding up, man. That don't add up at all. Usually when the clouds move, they all move. You don't find just one sitting up behind them just sitting there still as could be. That stuff's not even normal. Not even close to normal. Or right. Then again, what the frick is normal anymore? I have no clue. There's a little glimpse of sunshine through all the mess of cloud. Boy, it's going to have a lot of cloud over it today. That's for sure. They damn sure don't want us seeing something up above. Nope, they darn sure don't want that happening. They don't want people seeing something up above. I'll zoom in a little bit before I cut this thing off. Pan one more time across there and see if I might catch something when I watch it back. Something strange and out the ordinary. Not that I haven't seen enough already this morning. But you never know. If you don't pan and look, you could very well be missing something that's so obvious that you can't see with your bare eyes. And I really haven't taken a whole lot of time to watch all these videos that I've been putting up on the YouTube lately. I've just been kind of throwing them up on there so that other people can see them. And hopefully they'll be seeing and looking at them with a more watchful eye and point out to me what they're seeing in them. Like I say, I'm not really taking a whole lot of time. I'm just taking them because I know there's stuff going on up there. The internal intuition tells me get out there and take pictures. Get out there and video. Trust me, folks. I don't come out here because I want to. I come out here because I'm led to come out here. I'm led to do it. It's like a calling. Get out there and do it. Because stuff is happening. And we need somebody to be recording this stuff. I'm just one of many doing it. But the only one that I know from this from this location on the so-called continent. I have yet to see anybody else on Virginia doing anything as far as skies. And then again, a lot of people don't tell where they're at. Like it's some big secret. I could care less. I'm on Franklin County, Virginia. Franklin equals free man. Look up the word Franklin in a legal dictionary or just in a regular dictionary. They might tell you there too. Franklin equals free man, freeholder. Why do you think Ben Franklin was called Ben Franklin? His real name was Benjamin Banneker, not Ben Franklin. Benjamin Banneker was a melanated brother who had a printing press and a printing shop and business. Back in the days of Ben Franklin. You ever see pictures of George Washington with the little melanated man in fancy, nice clothes with him? Who do you think that was? Good chances that was you were looking at the real Ben Franklin, aka Benjamin Banneker. Look it up on YouTube. There's a good video. Brother up on PA points out a lot of the information connecting the two together. Benjamin Banneker, aka Ben Franklin, And how did he get the name Franklin? Because Franklin equals a free man, a freeholder. And it's odd that I read Ben Franklin's so-called autobiography, and he mentions about men making it and never gaining control of their estate. Huh, do you think that he knew something that the common, ordinary folks didn't know? Of course he did. Just like with the power, so-called power, of offices. Now, he had the wits about him and the knowledge and the people behind him that he could have been probably one of the presidents of the so-called United States. He knew where the real power lay, in the post office. That's why he was the first postmaster general. And what is post? Post meaning after. Anything post is after the fact. In any so-called country, nation, state, province, or any of the rest, you got to have a postal system and a post system to move mail matters, correspondences. Like the word postal. If I said to you, he just went postal on me. You know, you hear that old saying, that expression, postal. Well, we'll break it down. Post al, after L, after al, L, after the L, after they take away your Elohim. Elohim is the balance, the masculine and the feminine. I hear you, Mr. Hawk, Mrs. Hawk, whichever one you are. Why don't you come on back over here real quick and let me get a picture of you good. Land up in this big oak tree right here. Land right up in that big oak tree somewhere where I can zoom in and get a good capture of you on this video. Huh? Can you do that for me? The wind calmed down a whole lot. That's good. Come on, Mr. Hawk, Mrs. Hawk, whichever one you are. I hear you still down there squawking away. Come on over here. Let me catch a good picture of you. No? Yeah, that sun is up behind all that mess of clouds. The clouds are so thick you can't even tell where the sun's at now, but I'd say it's about halfway between the bottom of the cloud cover to the few little breaks up in it. Oh well, maybe this afternoon, this evening at sundown, it'll be some more good images to be taken from it. I hear you, Hawk. Come on. Alright, folks. I think I'm going to head in. I'll zoom one more time in that direction of the sun. Come on, camera, focus. Finally focused. Jeez. I wish I had some good video equipment. Photography equipment. I mean, this camera does that right on the phone, but as you can tell, when I go to moving it or anything, it's not the greatest. It's by far from the greatest. But it beats nothing. And with that said, that's a wild shape right there in the center of this screen right there. I have to get that in and look at it on playback. Those clouds sure are making some wild images within the clouds themselves. Anyhow, cheers. Peace and goodwill to all. We'll holler back at you soon.